Hey everyone, and welcome to another Etsy business segment here on my channel. If you don't know much about me, hello, hi, I'm Candy, and this is a place where I usually like to take you guys on my art adventures when I'm not working full-time in the animation industry. And today I've been asked to showcase how I package my orders, as well as being a Canadian and how I deal with shipping and stamps and all of that great stuff. So I wanted to get into that with you guys, especially because there are videos for people that are in the US, but there isn't that much information for people outside of the US. So I wanted to do this for all of my Canadian viewers, and let's get right onto this video. First off, I wanted to pack an order with you so you guys can see what my process is, and then I will go into more detail with all of the items. So I like to use a craft paper envelope that I'll talk about later. Style I'm going for, I use thermal printer to print off my packing slip, and I've blanked out everything just to keep everything safe. But I like to also add in a couple of stamps because one, this is better for the environment, and two, just to add a cute little something extra to my stamp. So I've got a Candywear stamp as well as a thank you stamp and a cute little teddy bear in a latte, which I will always stamp all of my orders. I also take whatever seasonal image I am particularly fond of and add it to the packing slip that you see there, which is the cute little frog. I also add in a couple of extra stickers. So I just take one of my sticker sheets and that I have a lot of, and I'll just add on a couple of cute stamps just to make the envelope also look super cute. And here is the International Rat stamp that I have, Year of the Rat, and that is that for how I make my envelope look. Next, I like to use another craft envelope, and I like to print off the Etsy receipt that shows me what everyone ordered. And there was where I had my organizing thing for my stickers. I'll go through that in a future video. Words are difficult today. I also have a whole bunch of little freebies that I put together, like free buy stickers, as well as a old business card, which I will be updating soon and making a video on that as well. Yes, I know cello bags are no-go. I have so many left from many years ago, and I'm trying to use them up, and once they are gone, I will be moving to a more eco-friendly way of packaging. So please don't hate me, I just am trying to use up what I have. I know single-use plastics are not good, so if you are starting your business, don't buy single-use plastics. I would suggest buying something that's more eco-friendly. I would suggest using glassine bags if you want to look into a different way of having something to hold your stickers in, or I would say look into eco-friendly biodegradable plastics. I also do a cute little handwritten note. I am also going to be updating this in a future video with making a thank you postcard, but for now, this is what I am doing because I have a lot of these little pages left, so why not use them? Once everything is all put together, I like to add this all into my little craft bag, close it up with a cute little personalized sticker because this is how people find you. And at the bottom of the sticker, I even have my website on it so people can easily find me if this is a gift that is going to someone. I'll add the packing slip into the mailer as well, seal that up. I like to add in a little personalized touch with adding a little bit of washi tape because this is a paper tape instead of plastic, and also because it goes with the themed colors of my business. It's always really important to be on brand whenever possible. Then I tie that all together with a little sticker on the back, and this order is ready to go. There's one more thing I wanted to discuss with you guys that I like to add when I am shipping out an Etsy order. I like to print off a little slip to say all the items that the buyer ordered, and it also just keeps track of everything that is going on for me if I have multiple orders going on. So what I like to do is if you hit the ... you can go to print, and I like to click on order receipts, and you can also customize it, have a cost breakdown, banner, items, photos, private note, that kind of stuff here. I like to hit print, and then I send it to my Dymo, which is my thermal printer, so I don't have to worry about wasting ink, which is great. I'm going to have a video on what I think about my Dymo because I've had it for many years at this point. I'm going to hit print, and there we have it. We have our own little mailing slip. All right, I decided I would have the same overlay that I use when I'm streaming, just so you guys can see all of me while I'm talking about this portion of the video. But I'm going to talk really quickly about the 3 different types of mailers I like to use when I'm shipping things. And for the most part, I use just a regular craft mailer. I like to use crafts because it is more recyclable way I like using something like this. The other one is a rigid mailer, so I'm also going from cheapest to most expensive. I use a rigid mailer that is 21 by 15 centimeters, and it is self-adhesive, so is the craft envelope. And I will use these for when people buy larger orders and things like that. I have kind of mostly just stick to envelopes at this point. I'm thinking if I end up doing prints and that kind of stuff, I will end up using the craft mailers, the larger rigid craft mailers. And then the last way that I ship things, now I have so many of these because of when I used to be a miniature artist, miniature food artist, and here's the information if you guys want to just pause it and take down this information here. This is the mailer I use from Uline, and like I said, I've had these for a very long time, so I'm trying to use them up and go into something a little bit better than this. But these ones have the bubble inside, and it is also self-adhering, which is great, so I'll use these when someone orders a pin from me. Other than that, I almost don't really use these anymore. My main go-tos again are these 2, mainly just the regular envelope because it is the cheapest. So I have a fun way of holding my stamp rolls because I have US and Canadian stamps in these cute little rolls. So I've got them right here, as you can see. I really do wish, the one beef I have with Canada Post is I really wish that they would have nicer stamps for US and international buyers, because I feel that USPS has beautiful stamps, but I feel here we really don't get that many nice looking stamps, so that's really quite sad for me. But so for when mailing anything to within Canada, if it is between either mailer, either the rigid or the smaller envelope, you only need a regular P stamp, whatever the, I'm just gonna call it P because that is what we have the stamp. That's what we call them here because they never lose their value, and you could have these for years. Even if the price goes up here in Canada, you can always use this stamp, and it will be considered whatever the price of our domestic stamp would be. And the great thing about this is that shipping within Canada, like I said, you do not need more than just a regular P stamp on either of these mailers, which is amazing. Quite good because you're saving a lot of money that way. Only talk about just shipping out a regular envelope here. I have a US stamp that's $1.30, and I have a whole roll I ended up purchasing because a lot of my orders end up going to the US, so I only need the one stamp when I put it on this envelope. Price for an international stamp, and again, it is a letter mail stamp, is $2.71. So I ended up just buying a booklet. You can buy them like this, or I've got one like this, which is just, you know, some kind of mountainous terrain in Canada. Again, I really wish they had more stamps, but that is what we get. I also like to get things for holidays, like for Christmas. Going to Canada, I ended up getting these cute little stamps. I have a couple left from Christmas, so I'm just gonna save this for next year because again, they're domestic stamps that never go bad, which is amazing. The price will never go up. The one thing I did want to talk about when using these rigid mailers when shipping internationally and to the US. These end up costing a little bit more, and that's why I try not to use these ones as much unless I really need to because someone orders something specific. I have gone to the post office to do all of the math and stuff like that with all this information. I can always leave this down below if you guys want, just let me know. Shipping this size to the US costs $194 Canadian, and shipping this internationally, this size is $388. So do keep that in mind that this is an oversized letter mail, and that will cost more when shipping out. That's why if I don't need to use this size, I don't use it anymore, just because of the savings. I have also used this while shipping to the US and to Canada with a pin, just because I was curious. I don't know for international, but if you were to ship this size with a pin inside to Canada, it's $1.94, which is really not that bad. And to the US, it's $3.19. It's a little bit more because of the weight, but it's still actually less than shipping with this and using the Etsy online mailing. But I do understand, I've been there where I will just use the Etsy online shipping just because it is more accessible and faster for me to do that than for me to walk all the way to the post office that isn't that close to me. That is one thing, is I wish I had a post office that was a little bit closer. As a Canadian, another really great thing that I would suggest to get if you are a small business and looking for cash savings, and I found this out actually through the Etsy dashboard. They had told me that there is a small business solutions that you can apply for, and they send you a card in the mail, as well as you end up getting a little bit of savings every time that you buy postage on the Etsy website, or if you even buy postage and stuff like that off of the Canada Post website, or you can even take this card with you to the post office, and that will also give you some cash savings. That being said, the last time I did use my card while buying an Etsy label, when I was shipping out just a pin in this bubble mailer, used my small business discount, and it gave me a total savings of 43 cents. All said and done, when I bought the shipping label through Etsy, I did end up spending $7.11. That when buying an Etsy label, you don't end up getting the best bang for your buck, sadly. It does end up being a little bit more expensive, but in turn, it's accessibility, how quickly you can turn over something, so that is something to keep in mind for sure. This is the website that you're gonna wanna go to as a Canadian if you want to end up creating an account and getting your small business account set up. So all you need to do is scroll down here and go to create an account, or you can sign in. So you just hit create an account. There is also a wonderful article that is helpful here through Etsy. This is how I ended up finding the small business solutions that I would really recommend that you go through, and you can jump through to the different sections depending on where is the discounts be visible and printing out your labels and that kind of stuff. So I would really suggest looking at all of the information here. And once you sign in, the great thing here is you have a dashboard, so you can actually use this dashboard if you want to create postage for people to mail things without having to use the Etsy dashboard. So here you can see that I've shipped out 4 packages, and you can also set things up for pickup. You can also buy things on the online store here and see cash savings that way as well. So on the main dashboard here, all you would have to do is click create a new shipment, create a shipment. I entered in my PO box information at the top, and down below we're going to use a fake United States address just so I can show you guys what this looks like if you were to use the online through the Canada Post website. We have our fake address here for going to the United States. This will work exactly the same way to going to international. I will quickly do an international fake account just to show you guys the price differences as well. But so from here you can also select what kind of size you have for something. I'm just going to say document because that is what we are shipping. Stickers are considered a document, and then we can hit next. And then of course you also want to weigh it. Most of the time it is really, really light, so keep that in mind. I just saw the word cheap and then thought that. So you can also sort by cheapest or fastest. And again, Canada Post is quite expensive. The cheapest option also does not come with tracking, so that is something you have to consider when opening up your Etsy shop, and if you want to provide tracking or not, it ends up really making the cost of this a lot more expensive. And you can see again the savings that you get as a small business. You can see the different savings that you're getting here, and then obviously we have our more expensive options. If you have the option, it is always best to go into the post office because they are going to get you the cheapest and best rate than you will get from the online Etsy labels or from even using this snip and ship. I want to edit this, so we are going to make this a international buyer. So we have our international buyer here. I set mine to France because I usually end up getting a lot of people that are from France that buy from me. And now we're going to set a document and we're going to hit next. We're going to go with cheapest. Again, as you can see, we go from cheapest surface, which I suggest not doing. I think it doesn't matter how much more expensive it is. I would always suggest going international air because as you can see here, it's going to take 4 to 12 weeks to get there. Whereas going for the small packet international air, it's going to be 6 to 12 business days. I have definitely made this mistake in my early days of being an Etsy seller and not reading that this was surface, considering the next one is air. So please do keep that in mind. And again, with tracking in Canada, it's really, really expensive here. Personally, I would choose the small packet international air. Again, there's a little bit of a cash savings here. From there, we would just hit next. Then non-delivery instructions, return to sender, reasons for export. This is up to you, what you want to say. Goods and sales. Then you would need to put in the description. So we say sticker. There we go, add. This is just for your customs. You can do up to 8 items, but we're just, for the sake of this, we're just gonna say one thing. Then there you go, all the information is here. We hit add to order, and there we go. There is the information for our buyer in France, and then we can go to checkout. And then from here, this is where we would add in our information with our visa and all that good stuff, and this is how much it would cost. Again, like I said, I would try and keep to the other items, but just in case if you need this information, it is here for you, because I know Canada Post and the website can be a little bit hard to go through, especially if you are newer to this. But I hope you guys found this extremely valuable. Definitely let me know in the description box what kind of video you guys would like me to work on in the future. I am planning on updating my business card as well as making a thank you card, and I will be making a video on how I do those as well in the future. So please stay tuned to the channel if you haven't already. Give this video a thumbs up, and if you got this far in the video, put a little envelope emoji in the comment section. I hope to see you guys on the next video, and thanks so much for being here, everyone. Goodbye.